Well, hello, and welcome back to another Star Wars Galaxy Heroes video. Tonight, well, not really tonight, today, they dropped the kit reveal for Luthen, Real, I don't know how to pronounce his last name, I'm just gonna call him Luthen. So, he's the next Conquest character, which is an odd pivot from, Queen Amidala to Luthen. It's kind of like a hard turn one direction from the other, so it's kind of interesting, but so obviously he's a rebel fighter, light side support. He is not a leader, and the reason why will become very apparent very quickly. He will summon a rebel commander's fight for him, which means well, also this says right here, whenever with Luthen on the team, any rebel trooper summoned will instantly be promoted to a rebel commander, which will be pertinent later on down. But you can either run him with Saw or Mon. Both of them will depend on who's in the lead, will depend on what he does. Like it says right here, we lean into the dual identities he had in the show with the Axis and Curator effects, and having him work differently with different rebel fighter leaders. So before we get too in-depth into it all, like I said, he's Conquest, so you're not going to be immediately getting him. It'll be, what, not until August? Yeah, late August. No, not even August. Probably like September. So later this year. But before we get into the kit, let's go down to the part that gives us, it's a second, well, it's only unique. Actually, it's first unique. So it's in the Dreams with Ghost. At start of battle, if there's a rebel leader, and there's no rebel GLs, allies. If Saw Gerrera's leader, Luthen will gain the Axis effect. Otherwise, you'll gain the Curator effect with Mon Mothma. But we'll get the rest of the fun bits in a minute. So his basic is Tools of my enemy. It deals special damage to the target enemy, inflicts healing immunity for 2 turns. While he's with Saw with the Axis bonus. During Luthen's turn, you inflict buff immunity for 2 turns on a target enemy, which can't be dispelled. And if there is a allied rebel commander active, you inflict fear for a turn on a target enemy. Okay, nice. If it's a Curator bonus with Mon Mothma, you dispel all buffs on the target enemy, and then during Luthen's turn, if there's an allied rebel commander, you call them to assist. Okay. Also, we have the return of a Omni on the basic, which is while in grand arenas. During Luthen's turn, he gains 25 speed, max 100 until the end of the encounter, and its target enemy has their defense reduced by 30% until the next time Luthen uses his basic, or until he's defeated. Okay. So stacking speed, defense reduction is also really nifty, and a fear if you're running him under Saw Gerrera is nice, so I don't know. Seems pretty good so far. What do I sacrifice is a 3-turn cooldown. This is for a special with an Omni. I think he has like 2 or 3 Omnis altogether. Can't remember how many, but anyways, if the allied leader is rebel and not a GL, you summon a rebel trooper and immediately promote him to rebel commander. If there already is a rebel commander present, you dispel all debuffs on them and they gain a bonus turn. Hold on, I gotta get a drink. Alright. Target rebel fighter or Mon Mothma ally gains 30% off in stacking and is immune to TM reduction until the end of their next turn. I'm not 100% sure why in the world you'd want to give Mon Mothma 30% off in stacking, but whatever. While with Saw with the Axis bonus, if the rebel commander is already present, they gain 50% off in stacking for 2 turns. Okay. With the Curator bonus, if the rebel commander is already present, they recover 50% health protection, and then the target rebel ally gains Frenzy for 2 turns. Nice. While in Grand Arena, if the rebel commander is already present, all allies gain crit damage up for 2 turns. Okay. And then Mon Mothma and all of rebel fighter allies gain 30% off in stacking and are immune to TM reduction until the end of their turn. Well, next turn. And then target rebel ally ignores taunt until the end of the next turn. Why did they put... Okay, so instead of target rebel fighter or Mon Mothma, it's Mon Mothma and all other rebel fighter allies. Okay, that makes sense. But I'd be like, why is it's worded differently for a reason? It's not or, it's and, so that'd be why. The Sunless Space has a 3-turn cooldown and a Zeta. Mon Mothma and all rebel fighter allies gain speed up and bonus protection 20% for 2 turns. Axis, which is Saw. All rebel fighter allies dispel all debuffs from the spell. For each debuff dispelled, they gain 10% TM. Nifty. If the allied rebel fighter Rebel Fighter. Rebel Commander is active, sorry. Inflict marked on them for 2 turns, which can't be copied or dispelled, so nice little forced taunt, basically. Now, if you're with Mothma, which is the Curator thing, you rally Mothma and all other Rebel Fighter allies. What is Rally? Is that Radis's thing? That's Spark Rebellion. Who has Rally? Hope. What? Who has Rally? I honestly don't remember who has the Rally thing. Or unless that's something new and it's further down in the kit that I haven't read yet. Okay, now back to Dreams with Ghost, which is Omicron. So this is the 3rd Omicron we have. Mothma and Rebel Fighter allies gain 20% speed. Nifty. At the start of each encounter, if the allied leader is a rebel and not a GL, you summon a rebel trooper and promote them to rebel commander. While the rebel commander is active, Luthen is immune to ability block, cooldown decrease, and taunt effects, and he cannot be targeted or reduced below 100% health. So a forced taunt, basically, kind of, on that rebel commander, which is that guy right there. Like I said, at the start of battle, if there is a rebel leader and there are no rebel GLs, if Saw is the leader, Luthen gains the Axis effect, otherwise he'll gain the Curator effect. Axis, whenever a rebel trooper is summoned, they gain the expendable asset effect and then inflicted with marked for 2 turns, which can't be copied or dispelled. And whenever a rebel trooper is defeated, all attacker allies have their cooldowns reset. What the expendable asset is you can't stealth and can always be targeted by enemies, so it is a forced taunt, like I thought. Not dissimilar to the Handmaiden decoy that Queen Amidala has. They lose 70% max health and gain 70% offense. So you may want to mod Luthen for health then. If the expendable the rebel commander's stats are going to be based off of Luthen, so you may need to mod Luthen for health. I don't know. Whenever a rebel trooper uses the basic, inflict defense down on target enemy for 2 turns, which can't be evaded or resisted. Whenever a rebel trooper uses a special ability, they are inflicted marked for 2 turns to copied or dispelled, and they gain retribution for 2 turns, which can't be dispelled. But all of that is with the expendable assets ability. Well, not ability, but effect that Saw Gerrera puts on them if you're running Luthen with Saw Gerrera. Now, if you're running a Curator, if you have the Curator effect on, which is with Mon, whenever a rebel trooper begins its turn, Luthen and Mon gain 20% TM. Okay, so we want the rebel trooper and Luthen in turn to have a decent amount of health and speed as well, maybe? I don't know. It's kind of, I don't know. This will be a weird way to, I don't know how you'll mod them yet, but while in GAC, if there are no rebel GL allies at the start of battle, Mon and rebel fighter allies gain 30% max health, mastery, and 20 speed on top of the 20 speed they already gain. And they gain bonus protection 50% for a turn. And the first time the rebel commander is defeated in each battle, you summon a rebel trooper and promote them rebel commander. So you're definitely going to want that Ami on it because, yeah, does it only have 1 Zeta? The other 2 are Amis. Does he really only have 1 Zeta? That is ridiculous. His other unique is for the Rebel Trooper, which is a light side attacker, rebel, and rebel fighter. Its basic is Rebel Bravado, which dispels all buffs on target enemy and deals physical damage. If the unit has been promoted to Officer Commander, you inflict daze for a turn. So built-in daze on the basic, okay. Its special is Rebel Morale. Rebel allies gain defense pin up for 2 turns. If it was already promoted to Commander, you rally all Rebel Fighters allies. Oh, maybe it's on Mon then, because I can't remember what Rally does. Rally. Oh, okay. Rallied characters act based on their role. Tanks will taunt and gain crit hit immunity for 2 turns. Attackers will assist, and the healers or supports restore 15% in health. 15% health and protection to all allies. Okay, that's what Rally does. This ability can only be used if Rebel Trooper has been promoted Officer Commander, so it'll be instantly available. So that's gonna be annoying. Its unique is Rebellion Tactics. Mon Mothma and Rebel Fighter allies gain plus 15% critical damage and plus 30% tenacity. But if the unit was already promoted to Commander, these bonuses are tripled. So plus an additional 45% crit damage and 90% tenacity. Good grief. Okay, so yeah, it is based off of Luthen's stats. So are you gonna want Luthen to be healthy and fast then? So you get the TM procced on Mon and Mothma constantly, 20% TM is nothing to like scoff at. But does he really only have a singular Zeta? Because it says Ami. Because normally if it's like Ami and Zeta, it'll say Zeta Ami. But unless I'm mistaken, he only has one Zeta. I may be wrong, but like, yeah, but this is a really weird, like I said, this is a really weird pivot from Queen Amidala to Luthen, because unless they're going to go the route of like giving, like they did with Malgus, where you need Luthen to get his ship and then whatever else down the road, but like, yeah, it's really weird. It's not a bad thing though, I'm actually excited to have him added, I don't know. It'll be interesting to see what he does in several months from now, but yeah, let me know what you think of Luthen getting added to the game in the comments below. Thank you for watching, and I'll catch you guys later. I hope you have a good rest of your day.